everyone. Welcome to the Multiplayer Gaming Podcast. We love games, and if you're listening to this, we assume that you do too. So let's have some fun with this bonus round episode. Please make sure to rate our show 5 stars and leave a written review in Apple Podcasts. We also have a Patreon page where you can be a supporter of the show. You'll get a live shout out on an episode when you sign up, and you will also get 2 bonus Squadcast episodes every single month. I am your host, Paul, and today the 3 of us are not podcasters. We are running an employment agency. As businesses have been looking to bring in more workers lately, today we are going to turn to the world of video game characters to see where they would fit best in the business world. Coming up first, I am joined by Josh. Say hello to the people.
Hello, people. How was that? I can follow directions. Please hire me, Paul.
Very good job. A+ on ability to follow directions. And with us, as always, the man who brainstormed the idea for this episode, it's Michael.
Thank you. I didn't get any directions, so I don't know what to say. Hi. Hello, people. There, I followed Josh's directions. We're good, right?
Absolutely. So this is our first draft and tournament that we've done in a while. I believe our last one was August 1st. I'm always surprised at how quickly time passes. So, Josh, do you want to tell the people a little bit how these bonus round tournaments work?
So we come up with a completely nonsensical idea because those are usually the most fun. And what we like to do is we will form our team. So basically what we do is we start off with a draft a la fantasy football or something like that, where we each pick a character. And then it goes on to the next person. Now, we'll do it snake style to keep things fair. So if Paul is the last pick, then Paul gets the first pick in the next round. So he'll have back-to-back picks to kind of make up for going last. And we just do that until we draft a team. And then what we're going to do is we are going to pit our picks up against each other in a tournament-style format until one person's pick wins the entire tournament. That person gets to celebrate in their eternal glory, or at least for this episode anyway. And that's it. Yeah. So we get to argue, we get to fight a little bit, we get to kind of, like I said, have some nonsense, humorous picks and things like that, and really just kind of argue our case and slander each other's picks as well.
A little bit, yeah. And I think it's been a minute since you've won one of these, Josh, because
is the slandering starting already, Paul? Come on, you're going to lead with that?
Fights.
I won the last one for best class with Necromancer, which ended up being like a little bit of a what's the word I'm looking for? Controversy.
As it should be.
Controversy. Yeah.
I would say half the people said that is hands down clearly the best class. And then the other half of the people had the weirdest picks for what they thought should win. So it definitely generated a lot of discussion on Discord. But I think before that, Michael had won 2 in a row.
Boom.
Well,
look at his muscles.
Let him, though, because he lost so horribly on the ones beforehand.
That's probably true. I hadn't won yet until I was 2 first. So we're coming back for revenge this time. We're going to take it.
That's all right. I got this one in the bag, guys.
Bag it.
So the idea for this one is characters that you would hire to work for a company. So the way this is going to work is we are going to say the character that we are drafting, and we are also going to include the title or at least the type of job that we are hiring them for. And I think that also almost puts like a double layer to this draft. It's not just the character. We also have some choice about what kind of job they're doing. And the draft order for this one is Josh, Michael, and then me for round 1. So, Josh, this is kind of a crazy draft to have the first overall pick for.
What all the listeners didn't hear is me whining profusely before we started recording about how sometimes on a draft you want the first pick. You know, we did best villains, and I think Glados was the first pick,
the 1.01,
and then one hands down because she's the best villain.
Yep.
Yeah, I got lucky there because anyone would have picked her first.
Yeah, some drafts, it's so kind of subjective that there's no clear winner. And so I may have whined a little bit, you know,
a little bit of bad luck.
But now that we're recording, I'm just going to go into this fully confident sounding, guys.
You sound very confident.
Yeah. Yes.
I in fact, you exude confidence on me. Now I am more confident. I am more confident as well.
I'm not exhuming anything, Michael, because I don't like digging up dead bodies.
I don't even know what that word means, but I feel it. I feel confidence. How do we even judge this? By the way, is it based on like who is like the most accurate? Like if I pick a person, their job, like if that person is really good at that job, would they be really good at it? Is that how we judge it? Or is it based on how ridiculous it is or how funny?
We don't have rules here.
We're just going to fight. We're just
I don't know.
This is a little bit like apples to apples or quiplash rules. It's just going to be whatever we want to say. So yeah, if someone drafts Lucio from Overwatch to be a DJ, like, yes, that's very on the nose. Maybe that's a little too obvious. I think we generally do recognize a certain layer of creativity. So I think you have to be accurate, but you also have to be a little bit creative if you want to win this draft. I think that's the strategy.
Yeah, I would agree. So because I told my wife asked, and she was like, oh, well, you got to pick Mario to be a plumber. And I was like, no, baby. No, nobody's going to do that. And she was like, but and I was like, yeah, no, that's not the point of this.
That's exactly what I was going to, hold on,
Michael's right, you're removing Mario.
Mario.
Mercy as a doctor.
Hold on, Koopa as a dinosaur. No, you can't hire a dinosaur. Hold on. All right.
Dinosaur's not a job.
Well,
despite what Step Brothers might say.
I'll try with what I've got left. I'll do what I can.
All right, so Josh, you're going to start us off here, buddy. What are you going to take with the number 1 overall pick?
There's not a clear first choice on this, but there is one that I'm a little worried you guys would dip into this character for something. So I'm going to take this character first.
Wait, if the character's gone but not the job, can we still take the character for a different job?
No.
Really?
I think it's off the table.
Oh, no, you're going to take my character right now, aren't you?
I mean, I don't know. I hope so, but probably not. So I am taking Sonic.
Oh, okay.
As a Door Dasher.
Oh man, that's good.
I had him on my list as a gopher intern.
Oh,
because if you need to send someone to get your coffee, he's going to be back before you know it.
Give me my food quick, man. The worst thing in the world is waiting for your food to show up. So if I've got Sonic as an employee that is just dashing all that food to people instantly, I'm going to make a ton of money.
Yeah,
not a bad pick.
That's pretty good actually, because he's going to be quick. Even though he's got to tuck the food, I'm sure there's some kind of bag you can make for him that he just tucks it in in his body while he rolls around. Yeah,
and he'll get there quick. He's a friendly guy, so people would be happy to see him show up.
Tips galore.
I mean, let's be honest. He's just going to run there, so we don't have to worry about gas or pollution or any of those costs either. So really, the ideal employee for being a DoorDasher.
He hit us with the green too. Dang it. The green and the green money and the environment.
Yeah, if you guys vote against him, by the way, I'm just going to say you both hate the planet. So, and animals, by the way.
I think you're going to be stuck on the DoorDash update. Your Dasher is waiting for your order. That's going to be the biggest delay.
And then it's just there instantly. Like, this app sucks. It never updates properly.
Sonic is approaching with your order. Please wear a mask for precaution. And then he's already ringing the doorbell.
Yeah.
All right. I like it. That's a good pick. Sonic was definitely on my list. So I certainly can appreciate it.
Off your list, Paul.
All right, Michael, number 2 overall pick. What are you taking? Man, I'm between two different ones that I think you might take one of them. And so which one do I like more? I like this one more. I'm going to pick Kim Katsuragi from Disco Elysium. He's going to be my lawyer. Here's why. The reason why Kim Katsuragi make a great lawyer, I feel like I can talk to him. Aside from a chuckle, he's not gonna judge me, Clearly he's gonna be on my side because you know how Harry is. Like, whatever I did wrong, he's gonna be like, you know what, I gotcha. He's a genius when it comes to the rules. So I don't think he can't win, can't learn the rule book. But here's the biggest thing is at the end of the game, not a spoiler, but kind of a spoiler, he's gonna make those naysayers believe no matter what I did that they're on my side. And I think he's gonna be a good lawyer. I think that's a great job for Kim Katsuragi aside from being a police officer. Book it. He's in the lawyer in the bar.
He's a good advocate. Definitely an eye for detail.
Advocate.
I feel like he'd be very good at paperwork as well.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's got an eye for detail, I think.
Probably your biggest downside here is that he certainly has not served as a lawyer, so it's going to be a little bit of a new job for him.
Yeah, he'll be fine. He's good at new things. I mean, he's good at partnering with an amnesiac detective. So
cops should know the law too. So
It's not too big of a stretch.
No, it's not. All right. Well, I like where you're going with this, Michael. And you know what? Let's keep the Disco Elysium train rolling, guys.
Nice.
I knew it.
I am drafting Harry Dubois to be my internal affairs director / company events coordinator. So we're going to get a 2-for-1 with Harry. If we think someone in the company is stealing funds, they're embezzling, maybe someone's stealing too many Post-its, guess who's going to be able to figure it out no matter what? It's Harry.
It's going to take him a while.
Harry doesn't even need any clues, guys. He's going to be talking to keyboards. He's going to say, tell me, who's stealing the money? And the keyboards are going to tell him. He's going to be able to solve any internal affairs issues at all. Now, I know what you're thinking. Is he going to be drinking on the job?
Yes.
Probably. This is why he is also the company events coordinator. Harry knows how to have a good time. All right.
I would like to go to one of Harry's events.
Yeah. It's either going to be great or terrible. Like either he forgot everything and there's just like a bunch of people standing around with like PBRs or something like that. That's the best he could do because he forgot and it was short notice, or it's going to be brilliant. I love it.
He knows the best alcohol brands. He can get his hands on any, let's just say, electrochemistry substances that you want. He is your man. And he knows how to karaoke and have a good time. He's got everything you would want. So he's going to handle the 1-2 punch, internal affairs and company events coordinator. And I'm going to lock that one in with my first pick. I did not see 2 disco characters going in the top 3.
That's
I will
pretty
say
funny,
that.
man. Also, I like how you gave him a dual role. That's very corporate-y, where it's like, this is your main job, but we're going to need you to handle company events as well, Harry.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're going 2-for-1. We're getting our money's worth out of these positions. All right, so that'll be my first pick. And then on the way back, since I get my 2 in a row, start of the second round, I am going... I'm going to draft Claptrap from Borderlands.
No!
And Claptrap is my company janitor.
Oh, you loser.
He was on your list, Josh?
Yes, he was on my list. Not for that job, but I had...
What were you going to take him for?
I was going to make him a
motivational
bartender.
Speaker?
No, I was going to be a bartender.
That's good.
Oh, that's funny. Like R2 in Return of the Jedi.
Exactly.
He's going around
but
serving
he's
drinks.
Chipper, he's dancing, he's bringing you your drinks. I mean, if you're having a bad day, which is probably what happens when you go to a bar, right? Like, he's going to cheer you up and all that. So, but... I mean, I guess if you want to make him a boring janitor, Paul, go ahead.
I feel like his chipperness is wasted on a janitor role. Yeah.
Oh,
yes, thank you, Michael.
No, this is where you're wrong, okay? First of all, Claptrap has no discernible skills whatsoever. They make that very clear. He is not a skilled worker. I'm not so sure he can mix drinks, Josh, but I think he can certainly be a glorified Roomba. I think this is basically what he already is. So I think that's going to translate very
robots,
well.
Paul.
Let's say we also just lost all the janitors that listen to the podcast.
And robots. Sorry, robots listening.
Oh, man.
Robot phobic, janitor phobic.
Don't worry, I'll pick him up with the next pick.
So here's the thing. He is always so happy. He's going to boost all company morale. He's going around cleaning while everyone's still working. He's going to be chatting it up. He's going to be talking about how much he loves this job and how great it all is. And also, he's not a person, so we don't have to pay him. So just imagine how much we're going to save on Social Security, Medicare, and unemployment tax. This is a win all around, hiring Claptrap as janitor.
I can't believe you stole Claptrap from me, man. I was like, I didn't think either one of you was going to find a job for him.
Dude, Claptrap gets taken in every single one of our drafts, no matter what.
Great.
He pops up. All right. I think we're ready to move on here. Michael, you get the second pick in the second round. What are you going for?
Well, if robots were out on the last pick, hopefully listening now, because I am picking GLaDOS to run my in-home security network. Or my corporate security, but mostly my in-home security because, I mean, enough said, right? If the thieves are coming to my house, they're either going to be toast in no time or they're going to be so insane they're going to leave because it's too much trouble. Also, speaking of a connected home, I'll get a laugh from time to time because she's much more clever of an AI than Siri or Alexa. So any of those around the house, like, hey, Siri, tell me the weather today. GLaDOS is going to give me something funny at least, too, because I think that kind of comes as a two-for-one package that I can talk to her. But mostly because nobody's going to break into my house. My stuff is safe. My family's safe. I mean, she might go a little crazy, but if she's been hired by me to do her job, I think she'll be fine.
I was going to say until she tries to murder you. But
no, it's not going to murder me.
I mean, what's a little murder for, home security system? It's fine.
It's the only thing that I was worried about is that you're going to go that line, but I think it's a good pick, so I'm sticking with it.
I actually had GLaDOS on my list, but I had her as a baker. Because
what?
If she,
as a baker?
Yes, because you do everything you do in Portal for the cake. And so if she can make a cake that enticing, then she needs to be a baker because she'd be the best baker in the world.
That's pretty good.
So we've got GLaDOS as, what'd you say, like head of security?
Yeah, head of security.
Okay. Got it.
Maybe she's my in-home security, like software or hardware. Whatever. She's the head of security. She's all of it. It's GLaDOS. Sure.
I do think that there's a little bit of a chance GLaDOS might troll you every now and again. I feel like she could hack her way into your thermostat, maybe like crank it up to 90 in the middle of the night. That might be a little bit of a risk here with GLaDOS, but I like it.
Could make life fun, though.
That's true.
Keep us on our toes.
All right, we are back to Josh with the last pick of round 2. Of course, you get your picks back to back, Josh.
Back to backs. All right, so this next one's super easy. I'm taking the spaceship from Elite Dangerous as a hypnotist. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not really.
Oh, it hurts.
Nothing else in the world could make me fall asleep faster.
Oh man.
Very nice.
Oh, I'm kidding. All right,
it's not a multiplayer gaming podcast episode if we don't stab you once.
I was going to say I had to really work that in there. So, all right, this one I kind of like this one, guys. I'm taking Link from Legend of Zelda as a landscaper. And you guys know why. Because how many patches of grass did you guys chop down looking for rupees? How many pots did you lift up so that you could smash down looking for rupees? This guy knows his landscaping. He knows his grass. He knows his plants. He knows his bushes and his trees because you're always smacking those, hoping something falls out of them as well. He is the landscaper extraordinaire due to all of the experience he has. Nobody else is better in the business. Plus, he wears green all the time. I mean, his whole image is just, it screams landscaper to me.
Are you concerned that he's going to cut the bushes too short? Because he tends to just chop them out straight from the ground.
Then I don't have to pay him to come back for a long time. Landscaping
so you're
can be
pay him
quite
once
expensive.
To rip out all the shrubs.
Yeah, man, but like I said, all he's got to do is just charge that up and go, and then he spins around and your yard is trimmed.
You're good to go.
Yeah, I was playing Lawnmower Simulator and I was like, can I get a landscaper in here? And I didn't find anyone for landscaping, so that's perfect. I'm glad you did.
So, I mean, I don't know what other job he'd be a natural for, but that's the one that comes to my mind. All right.
Makes sense.
All right. And then, so now we're starting round 3. Round 3.
Fastest we've ever gone through some rounds.
It wouldn't be an episode if we didn't troll Michael for Elite Dangerous. And it wouldn't be an episode if I didn't take my guy, Kratos.
Oh,
as a guidance counselor.
Oh no,
a guidance counselor.
What better listener is there? You got a problem? Come talk to Kratos. He's just gonna nod. If you're a kid, because let's be honest, guidance counselors, they're in school. He's gonna listen to your problems. He's gonna say, boy, which is gonna be very motivating. He's going to tell you what to do. He's going to say, hey, pick yourself up by your britches and, climb that mountain, attack that giant, those kinds of things. I think he'd make a phenomenal guidance counselor. Plus, he's cool to hang out with. So he's not, people aren't like, oh, I don't want to go talk to the guidance counselor. He's just a really good listener, guys.
I did have Kratos on my list as a doorman. Because no one's getting past Kratos.
No.
If he's guarding the front door. I will say, as guidance counselor, I'm a little concerned he may not know the tech industry terribly well and know where to plug you in today's world. But I do hear you, Josh. He certainly is quick to hear and slow to speak.
Exactly. And that's what you need, man. I don't need no guidance counselor trying to boss me around and not listening to my problems or anything like that. You know, he's in touch with the natural world, so he understands things that are going on. I think he can understand technology. The guy's got a magical axe and blades that come on fire. You think that's magic? There's technology behind that, man. That guy's really a tech wizard.
Magic, maybe. I don't know. Fantasy tech? Is that magic?
Yeah, sure.
I think it's magic. Yes.
You think those are runes on that axe? Those are circuits, man.
And if we want to, we could call him...
Those are Raspberry Pis on the ends of those blades. Oh my goodness. Now, I know that we definitely had a lot of debating on whether or not Kratos was a good father, because I would say father and guidance counselor, there's a lot of overlap there.
Exactly.
My argument was always that Kratos is actually a pretty terrible father.
No.
He will protect you physically, but he's not providing any real emotional guidance or laying out a path for you in life.
Atreus seems to be turning out okay. He made it to the sequel.
he is alive.
He climbed the mountain.
He's alive.
He's a good fighter. You know, he got over his sickness.
Yeah.
So I mean, what more can you want, Paul? Cut the guy some slack.
All right, we'll see how long Kratos lasts in this as a guidance counselor.
Okay, I mean, the easy thing would have been like lumberjack or doorman or something like that. But
we did see him carry a 7,000-pound tree over his shoulder.
How many crates did he smash open in Splinterwood? Of course, the guy could be a lumberjack, Paul, but that's a little too easy.
I mean, he could be a Manscaped underwear model.
He could.
I mean,
you don't wear no shirt ever.
All right, Michael, round 3, pick 2. Who are you taking for your third pick?
Back to me. This might land flat, or it might work really well, because I'm just thinking of, would this person be the perfect person for this job? Yes. Is it a good job? No. Well, it's a good job, but not the way he'll treat it. I just purchased myself a Waffle House franchise, right? Mm-hmm. I need a chef in this Waffle House franchise. Who better to be an abusive Waffle House chef than Trevor Phillips?
Oh my goodness!
I mean, it does kind of fit Waffle House too.
I mean, he's gonna sit. You know how they have that window you can look through? No one's giving him crap. He's gonna give it right back. The truck drivers come in at 2-3 o'clock in the morning. They're gonna get their food just fine. He's gonna smell better than the place, maybe. But Trevor with Phelps. I think it's just he fits an abusive Waffle House chef very, very well, and I'm just gonna go with that.
He will be indistinguishable from the patrons of the Waffle House. I will say
relate
that.
To him.
Yeah. I would be a little worried he's not going to show up for all his shifts. That's a concern.
Could be, or just dirty underwear in the food too.
Yeah.
I mean,
or if anyone complains about the food, they might end up with a bullet to the head.
Right.
All right, Trevor Phillips as Waffle House Chef. I did not see Waffle House Chef being one of the titles, but I like it.
As an abusive Waffle House chef.
That's the key part of it.
Yeah, it's in the job description. Must be crotchety and angry.
So you see this as like teppanyaki. It's now like a show and waffles because Trevor is also going to be abusive. Is this kind of how you picture it?
Yeah. It's the way he is.
Sure. Oh, good old Trevor. He tends to pop
he
up
robs
in these
the place
too.
every night too.
Yeah, my Waffle House is not going to be that sustainable for very long.
No, it's going to get burned to the ground, or he's not going to show up. That's a short-lived job, I think. All right, end of round 3 for my third pick. I am gonna go with my boy Micah Bell.
Oh,
he's gonna be a part of my company.
I considered a couple guys from Red Dead.
Mm-hmm. Well, here's what he's going to be for me, guys. He is my head of HR, and he is also my conflict resolution mediator. He's gonna be doing double dirty. He's gonna do double duty.
It's probably double dirty with him. Yeah.
So here's the thing: if Micah is in charge of HR and he's doing, the hiring of employees, if you can make it to the end of an interview with Micah Bell, I think you deserve to get hired. I think this is going to be a good vetting process.
I feel like the big thing would be if you went to him with a complaint, he would just be like, "Suck it up, Black Lung."
Precisely why he is also the conflict resolution mediator. If two people are having a problem with each other or they have a conflict, if you put those two people in a room with Micah, I don't know how many people are walking out of the room, but I guarantee you there's no longer a conflict. That conflict is done. It's been handled one way or another. There is no conflict after that meeting with Micah.
It's true. When one person's dead, there's no more conflict. That does help.
Or both
does
dead.
help.
Yeah.
So essentially, it's a check, yes or no. Was the conflict resolved? Yes, 100% success rate.
It's always
there's no
be
conflict.
resolved.
That's all that matters.
That's true.
I don't care how.
He's probably very
it'll
good
be
at
resolved.
that job.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, that's it. Michael Bell, head of HR and conflict resolution mediator. And now we are in the last round. So with my last pick here, boy, I've got a lot of honorable mentions. We're going to have to spend a little bit of time on that here in a minute. But for my last pick, I am going to go with Bowser. And he is going to be the overseer of construction. So whenever we need to build a new office building, Bowser is going to be the overseer of the job. Have you guys seen the castles that Bowser gets built? Have you guys seen these?
That's
They're
true.
full of fireballs, water, death pits, floating bridges, exotic flying fish. I mean, Bowser, there's secret passageways to get quickly from one area of the castle to another. I mean, Bowser's got to know the best contractors in town.
So what you're saying is that your office building will be full of flying fish, pits, fireballs, and lava.
That's
Well, I'm
that does sound deadly. Deadly places.
Well, we're not going to use those in these office buildings. I'm just saying Bowser knows the contractors who get things done. They are creative, they are resourceful, and we're going to use their powers for good. And guess what? Contractors famously don't always stick to their timetable, right? Guess who's going to be able to motivate those contractors to finish the job? Are you going to go to Bowser and tell him it's going to be another 3 weeks until they get back to your house because of delays? I guarantee you it's not happening. And if that job comes back being a lot higher than the estimate, I'm pretty sure Bowser's going to be able to just keep it at the lower rate. So with Bowser, we're coming in under budget. We're going to be ahead of schedule. Bowser is a win-win here, guys.
And filled with lava and fireballs.
No,
Yes,
you guys are so focused on the lava. I'm not saying I want lava, but I want the contractor who knows how to get lava because he's also going to know how to get all the other things.
You had me till lava.
But doesn't every Bowser level have lava?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
just making sure. So lava. Okay, we're good. So you're gonna
Oh
have
my
lava.
goodness. All right. You guys know what I mean.
What if he tries to eat me?
Does he eat people?
Bowser doesn't eat people.
He's a dinosaur, though. Dinosaur.
No,
like,
he's a
He's a
turtle
carnivore.
dragon thing.
A turtle dragon.
I actually did have Bowser as one on my list. I had him as a winemaker because he can stomp grapes like nobody's business, man.
that's really good.
He
too.
would be able to stomp grapes.
Oh man, I wish I was creative and clever. Dang it, Trevor, in your Waffle House. I am googling turtle.
Turtle dragon.
thing.
Turtle dragon.
Turtle
dragon.
I just,
That's what
not
Bowser
finding
is.
anything right now, but yeah,
Famous turtle dragons.
He
Mythic
breathes
creature.
fire. He's got to be
He
part
does.
dragon. And
It's true.
what's he got on his back, guys?
Spiky turtle shell.
Yeah, thank you.
Yep. All right. Well, we are roughly halfway through the episode, so we are going to take a short break, and we will be right back with more Multiplayer Gaming Podcast. All right, fellas. We are back, continuing our draft here. We have 2 final picks in the draft. Michael, you are on your last pick now. What are you going for?
I had to bring one home and not necessarily go with the comedic value, but just go with this is a very appropriate job for this person. This person is 2B from Nier Automata. It's going to be pretty simple. She's my bodyguard.
Oh, I thought you
The
were
reason
gonna,
why.
I thought you were going to give her a mannequin.
Oh, yes. Oh, that's so literal, though. It worked really well. Hold still.
Yeah.
They go, hold that sword that looks way too heavy for you. Giant sword. No, first of all, I'm going to look really good standing next to her. Because first of all, she's an awesome robot smoke show. She's incredible with a katana. So nobody, obviously, if anyone tries to get near me, it's going to be sliced in like 14 pieces. She's a robot, so she doesn't have fear of getting hurt. And a fearless bodyguard's pretty cool. And if something does happen to her, we just download her consciousness into a new 2B, and I got another bodyguard. And the added bonus, because of her super strength, she can also help me move if I need to move. Because, you've seen the stuff that she has to pick up. Like, the swords weigh like 1,000 pounds. She does it like nobody's business. So 2B is my bodyguard / occasional moving help.
Blending the line between personal and business.
I was going to say, yeah. the smoke show doesn't have anything to do with it, right, Michael?
I'm paying her.
No, honey. Tubi is only here because I need help moving.
I got a really good rate, honey. You don't have to worry about a thing.
She's just standing there.
Never mind, Agent 46 put in an application as a bodyguard, and he didn't get the job.
Yeah, I thought about nines, too, right. But I was like, oh, Tubi. She's there.
Very nice.
I mean,
all right, well, we are on our final pick of the draft. Josh, who are you going to end us off with?
All right, I have two left. Thankfully, nobody took either one of these, so I can say what both of them are, actually. I have Kirby as a mover because he can suck up anything and then just move it around, so Kirby's moving service would be quite handy.
That's pretty good.
And then I also have Doom Guy as an exterminator.
He can exterminate demons. Pests got nothing on this guy.
Exactly, and that would actually be the slogan. As much as I think Kirby would be a good mover, I have to go with Doom Guy as an exterminator because if I've got ants, I know I'm not going to have ants anymore after Doom Guy comes by. I also know I'm probably not going to have a house anymore either, but you know what? That means the ants are gone.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
And if you have to perform any exorcisms in the office... Doom Guy's got you covered.
That's on the menu for side services. Easy, you know.
Just in case.
Yeah, exactly. Plus, I feel like he would bring a really epic soundtrack along with him as he's exterminating, you know, everything in the house as well. So, Doom Guy's
got a boombox.
Yeah, I mean, it's just blasting heavy metal. You know, as he's just wasting roaches and ants and whatever else, you know, termites or whatever. You know, scorpions. I don't have to be afraid of scorpions in Arizona anymore.
Yep.
Doom Guy just goes.
Scorpions are the worst,
dude. Doom Guy goes out back with the BFG. Just bye, scorpions. Get out of my yard.
If anybody in the United States or anybody in the world thinks that spiders are awful, try scorpions. Like, they're awful. They have an exoskeleton. Like, it is crunchy when you kill them, and just it's terrible. Spiders are like little tiny clown scorpions.
Yeah, I don't mind spiders. Spiders.
No, but scorpions. Ooh.
Scorpions are like the wasps to bees. Like scorpions 100%. Are to spiders as wasps are to bees. Like, spiders and bees serve a purpose. Wasps and scorpions do not.
Yeah, and we have the bark scorpion in Phoenix, which is the only scorpion that will climb walls and jump on top of you. It will literally fall out of a tree on your shoulder. It's happened to me. I was like, ah!
Not with Doom Guy's exterminator service.
Nope. Doom Guy wins pretty well on me. It's like round 4 has gone pretty well with Doom Guy because he brought up scorpions.
Call today, mention code multiplayer, and he'll give you a 10% discount too, Michael.
Oh, sweet. Okay, I'll call.
Get $50 off your first treatment.
Doom Guy doesn't have a name, does he? It's just whatever your character name
is.
Guy.
Doom Guy.
That's literally
first name Doom.
So when he shows up, you can be like, "What's up, Doom Guy?"
Yep.
He just fist bumps you. That's it, because he doesn't really talk. You know,
he's no nonsense.
Yeah.
I'm all for it. We recently found a couple Black Widows in our house, and so our family's been on like high alert. They've not been happy about it, but luckily no scorpions. But the baby scorpions are the most. Is it toxic
deadly
or venomous?
Venomous.
Is it venomous?
It's venom. Yeah, I think they release more of the venom because they haven't learned how much to put out yet. So they go,
they go all in. Yeah, baby scorpions. Don't mess with them. Hire Doom Guy today. All right. Well, do you guys have any other honorable mentions? Because I got a couple on my list.
I do as well. Why don't you go first? You never go first. You always go last.
Talking of scorpions, boy, what a nice segue here. I was thinking about hiring Scorpion as my fishing boat captain / harpooner.
So good.
He's going to harpoon.
So good.
And he's a bad guy, so I'm not saying that I'm going to go hunting for like whales or dolphins or things that you aren't supposed to hunt. I'm just saying Scorpion's a bad guy. He's going to be willing to do it, and he's got unlimited harpoons. So I think he would fit the bill.
That's a good pick.
Yeah. What about you, Michael? What'd you have on your list? I got a couple more, but we can go back and forth.
Just go back and forth. I have the hero of Kavach. Just kidding. He's not on here. I just wanted to say it. I have Aloy as my wife, but you can't really hire a wife unless it's like a mail order
so Michael
bride.
Has picked Aloy to be
homemaker.
I'm seeing a trend here, Michael.
Yeah, GLaDOS. I know all these hot.
How did you not pick Lara Croft for something?
trust me. I spent a
Lara
long
Croft
time
as my maid.
Personal assistant, obviously.
She's my antiquarian. Don't you guys have an antiquarian around the house? You goes and looks for antiques.
I was going to say, what on earth is an antiquarian? But I guess that makes sense.
Antiquarian is an archaeologist, but that does it for profit. Doesn't do it for study. Yeah,
they do it for the museums.
They're bad guys now. No, they do it. They do it to sell the stuff.
Oh, sorry, the other way around.
Yeah,
gotcha.
Bad guys. Yeah.
All right, very nice. I like it.
Thank you. I like it too.
Josh mentioned Agent 46. I think he meant Agent 47, but I had him on my
whatever.
list.
What's one number? There had to have been an Agent 46 before there was an Agent 47, Paul.
Yeah, like 007 and like all the others.
Truth, yeah. Yes.
Agent 47 would be fantastic at corporate espionage because he's going to be able to walk into any of my nemesis corporations. He's going to walk in the front door, and within 5 minutes, I feel like he's going to be roaming the executive offices. He's going to be able to knock people out and put on their clothes in less than 4 seconds, and he's going to work his way around. He's going to be able to steal any corporate secrets I need. I think he's going to be fantastic, and he's not going to leave a trace. He's going to get in, get the info, get out. They're never going to know he was there, and I'm going to be all the better off by having Agent 47 on my side. Do you have any others, Michael?
Yeah, I had Fontaine or Atlas from Borderlands.
Okay.
No, not Borderlands. I'm sorry. Bioshock. I always mix up those games, and I don't know why.
They both start with B.
That's it. That's why. And there's syllables in them too, like multiple, maybe a space. I was going to have him as a wedding planner because, like, you know how wedding planning is, like, things have to get done, and all he's got to really say is, would you kindly? And, like, the caterer is going to get it done. All these people are going to get their stuff done, and the bride's going to be not bridezilla mode. She's going to be like, Fontaine or Atlas, you're good to go. Everything got done. So I thought that was really effective.
It's going to be very polite.
I did have Big Daddy as a nanny, like way down on my list.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So.
I could certainly see that as well.
Yeah.
On my list, I've got 2 other ones. I thought Pac-Man as office nutritionist would work really well. The dude eats all day, never gains a single ounce of weight. And if your office ends up being haunted, he's going to take care of the ghosts. So similar to Doom Guy with your exorcisms, Pac-Man's got you covered for ghost busting as well. And then my last one was Gordon Freeman as my accountant/payroll manager. I figure if the dude can handle, nuclear physics and all that stuff, he can probably handle accounting. Yeah, he can file my taxes. Any others on your list, Michael?
The last one that I had, it's not really a job, so I left it off. But I'd hire V, whether it be he or she, to run my notorious hacking group, Venonymous. Venonymous. Venonymous.
Great.
Has real life applications too, because he or she can kick butt, show me how to shoot a gun. If anyone needs avenged, or just generally made an example of, V'd be the person to do it. So it's kind of like a protection hacker. Like, hey, that person cut me off in traffic. No problem. Their bank account's been hacked. They don't have any money anymore. I've got it. But that seemed like not a realistic job, so I left it off the list. And my last one is, I don't know if I mentioned this, Aloy as my wife.
Okay, we're doubling down on that one.
My wife doesn't listen to the podcast, so we're good.
Oh goodness, don't worry. I'll cut this chunk out and I'll send it to her.
Yeah,
there we go.
Yeah. All right, so we now have our full draft done. Josh has drafted the following team: Sonic as DoorDash driver, Link as landscaper, Kratos as guidance counselor, and Doom Guy as exterminator. You're really coming in here with like the blue collar jobs here, Josh. I really like it.
Hey, they're the lifeblood of our country.
Yeah, absolutely.
Michael, I'm so happy you're the host because I could not have gotten through that list without laughing.
Yeah. These are all sentences I never thought I would say. Michael is coming in with Kim Kitsuragi as lawyer, Glados as head of security, Trevor Phillips as Waffle House chef. Oof, that's a wild card. And 2B as personal bodyguard. I like it. Solid team. And my team is coming in. My team is much more like office jobs. I feel like Josh went for the trade jobs. Mine are all very much like inside a big giant office downtown. We've got Harry Dubois.
Bonkers.
Yeah, Harry Dubois as internal affairs / company event coordinator. We've got Claptrap as janitor. Boy, best use of his skills, can I say. We've got Micah Bell as head of HR and conflict resolution mediator, and Bowser as overseer of construction. So, guys, all these picks make perfect sense. That's all I've got to say. I don't know how we're going to pick a winner. They're all just so good. All right, you guys ready to start matching these up one-on-one?
Let's do it. I can't wait to slander all of you guys.
All right,
so it's coming.
March Madness style. I don't even know how we provide much commentary here other than just picking one for some reason. I don't know how to really compare apples to oranges.
Don't you worry.
Yeah.
I can argue with a wall.
All right. Well, obviously here, round one, match one, Sonic as DoorDash driver versus 2B as personal bodyguard.
I mean, this is an easy one.
Is it
2B? 2B. I'm not getting hurt.
Who's better at their job? Sonic. Who's providing a service to millions of people versus just Michael's fantasies?
Nobody said we have to make money off this. I'm spending money on mine, but I'm who's performing a job that keeps my family safe?
No, it's your bodyguard.
Right, but bodyguard.
Sonic is delivering food to hungry people throughout the world.
Okay,
instantly.
Two words. Okay, katana.
Yeah.
One word. One word. I had another word in there. I had another word before that.
I realized he was done.
I'm like, katana sword? Is this
Why did I say 2 words? Why did I say 2 words? It was 1 word. I was going to say one word.
Waiting for Michael to add the next word. And then
All right.
Never did.
Well, I got 2 words.
Back to this one.
Yeah. Well, I got 2 words for you guys. Sonic.
This 2 syllables. Not even 2 syllables. Katana. It's 3.
Oh,
yeah.
My goodness.
I think we got to give it to Sonic. I'm not as big of a 2B fan. I know a lot of people out there are. Not so much for me. I'll just leave it at that.
Androids don't do it for you, Paul?
Not particularly.
Yeah, no? Okay.
Plus, if you have a bodyguard that already has plans for if they die, I'm not really trusting them so much.
I was hoping you'd just give it to Sonic, but if you didn't, I was going to mention the self-destruct where she just self-destructs and then Michael dies too.
Yeah.
Hey, at least I didn't see it coming and it was quick.
That's, but I mean, as a bodyguard, you're not really looking for quick death.
Yeah.
You're kind of trying to avoid the quick death.
Yeah, I think we're going to give Sonic the win for the first match. All right.
I think it's just because you couldn't stomach getting rid of a first-round pick for a fourth-round pick.
Absolutely not.
That's how I'll sleep tonight.
I operate all these drafts with pure integrity, Michael. All right, round 1, match 2. Kim Kitsuragi as lawyer versus Bowser as overseer of construction.
Kim Kitsuragi is the best lawyer on the planet because he's the best cop on the planet, and he will be the best lawyer on the planet.
Do those things automatically roll well into each other? Cop to attorney? I don't know.
I don't think so. That is a stretch.
I think it's more about a skill set, though. Look at his skill set. Like, you can go from one job to another, but look at his skill set. Like, he's very meticulous. He doesn't miss details. You need that, right? He provides comfort for the client. They're going to believe. You're going to believe. Like, if he's like, Kim's like, hey, listen, it's going to be okay. I'm going to do the best. I'm like, I believe that guy. He's a straight shooter, but also, not to mention, he's really good at talking people into stuff. Like, every time he talks in that game, when Harry's like lost his mind, Kim just says like 2 words, and they're like, "Oh, the real authorities here." I'll go ahead and I comply.
I'm going to slander both of your picks here
because that's sad.
Well, I mean, I think the leap from a cop to a lawyer is a big leap. It's just because like they're both in law doesn't mean that one is a expert at the law like a lawyer would be, but a lawyer also needs to be able to be like argue. And I feel like Kim is just so timid that he wouldn't be a good lawyer in court because he'd just be like, "Yes, Your Honor, thank you."
But he doesn't have to be a litigator. He can be an attorney that's like behind the scenes.
Is he like a maritime lawyer then? Is what you're saying? So like,
hold on, what is that?
Yeah.
And then Paul, Bowser, I like your angle on that. This is such a good pick. It is a great pick. Except that overseer, is that a career? Is that a job?
Yes. Bowser
name
is not
one overseer that you know in real life, Paul.
My father-in-law is an overseer of construction of
I think they call that a foreman.
Yeah, like a foreman, similar to a foreman. Yes. Okay. My point is just that Bowser, I'm not drafting him as a construction worker. He's not out there physically building my office buildings. I'm just saying he is a man that gets stuff done. He is going to oversee the project, and he knows all the contractors. They're going to get these jobs done. He's got the hookups. That's primarily what I'm getting here with Bowser. And we're going to have the best offices on the planet if we have Bowser overseeing the project.
All right, here's how I'm going to break this tie, because I'm assuming that you guys are each voting for yourselves. And so I'm the tying vote. Michael?
No, Paul's voting for me.
Name one famous lawyer, Michael.
Oh, that's easy.
Clarence Darrow.
Okay, Paul, name one famous overseer.
What does it matter how famous they are? It's how well they do the job.
That's not, overseer is not a job.
Johnny
of course
Cochran.
It's a job.
Overseer?
Yes, of course. Project manager? Do you prefer that title?
I do
Josh?
prefer
project director.
I do prefer the proper term for it. I'm going to give it to you, Paul. I'm giving it to Paul.
Wait, what?
Yes,
no.
I don't think Kim would make a good lawyer, man. He's a great cop.
He would make it great. But here's the thing, that argument is bogus, because okay, so Link is a landscaper. So Link, well, hold on, let's pick Kratos as a guidance counselor.
But we're not to that pick yet. You can slay to that pick all you want.
But if your argument is that just because he does one job, he can't be good at another, Kratos is really good at killing people, so he's going to make a great guidance counselor.
If you don't have a good future, that's a handy skill.
It's bogus. Kim Kitsuragi will be like the best lawyer.
Michael's got some very good arguments coming up in a couple matches, because we're going to see GLaDOS versus Kratos. And Josh's arguments here might backfire on him.
Yeah, they're going to backfire bad. I'll make sure they do. It's going to hurt.
All right. Round 1, match 3. We've got Harry Dubois as Internal Affairs Director / Company Events Coordinator. Yes, I'm going to say that every time we bring him up.
Such a long title.
Versus Doom Guy as Exterminator.
One of these
My
is
best
better
argument
at
against
their
Doom
job.
Guy. Doom Guy is like, I don't know that he's going to be the best exterminator, because he's blowing stuff up. You yourself said he's going to take the BFG to your backyard. You're going to have to hire Link to redo all your landscaping. Hey, he's going to blow holes in the ground everywhere.
Great point, Paul. That's two people that now are working together.
It's a racket.
Yeah.
Like when the mafia have like the kid break all the windows in town. That way the window repair shop has to fix them all.
Doom Guy can slaughter in multiple ways. It's not just the BFG. He can rip things in half. Easy enough. He can punch them. He's got a pistol that's very accurate.
He's going to shoot all the cockroaches with a pistol.
Harry Dubois, as much as I love the character, I feel like this guy is actually going to be very unreliable. Doom Guy, if you hire Doom Guy as an exterminator, you don't have bugs anymore. If you hire Harry Dubois to be what I can't even
Internal Affairs Director / Company Events Coordinator.
This column just so I can read the entire title.
I didn't even put the whole title in here because it's too long. You just expanded it and it's just nothing.
It's really
/ Company Events Coordinator. There you go, Josh. You're gonna have to make it so much larger.
I was gonna put this out on the Twitter and have people vote, but now I can't because that won't fit on one tweet.
You're going to hit that tweet character limit there. I just think Harry's going to be unreliable, man. I think he's going to get wasted. He's going to forget about the party that he tried to set up. He's going to go disco, man. And then he's going to fall on the floor. It's a corporate environment. Corporate people are kind of stuffy. You and I have been there, Paul.
They need to lighten up.
Not everybody is a lighten up kind of person, man. Some people are like, I'm trying to get my work done. Harry keeps distracting me.
The Angela Martins of the world will not like him in the office. Here's my only counter argument with Harry. Harry is an unconventional dude. Yes. Is he going to show up on time? No, he might be drinking on the job. But with Harry, you're not buying the process. You're buying a result. Harry will solve any internal affairs issues you have going on. He will solve it for you. It might not be in the way that you expect, but he gets the job done 9 times out of 10.
Name a pest that Doom Guy can't take care of.
Exactly. Bed bugs? How's he going to take care of bed bugs? He's going to shoot them?
Dude. Yeah, he's just going to get rid of the whole bed.
All right. Michael, you're going to have to solve this for us.
All right. So, Josh, please name a famous exterminator. That's not John Goodman from Arachnophobia.
Truly Nolan.
It's not. This one's hard. Name. This one's hard for me. His name is truly Nolan.
Yeah.
Nolan, truly. This one's hard because I feel like as an internal event, events coordinator,
you have to every time you're making a point for Paul, you have to say the entire title.
Right, you can do it.
No, but I feel like as an internal affairs person, he's perfect. Like, you're not buying the process. We know his success rate in policing and investigation is incredible. It's even better than Kim Kitsuragi, the best lawyer in the world. But as a company events coordinator, I don't know if I can buy into that because that event's not happening.
Exactly.
It's literally going to be like what I said. That being said, I'm really trying hard to go against Josh here because I'm upset that he just easily, nonchalantly just said your first round pick, which is perfect, just goes away because I'm just going to say that. After I named a famous lawyer, and Paul couldn't even name a famous whatever he was supposed to name, overseer.
A famous...
Except for the overseer of Vault 104, maybe.
Project director.
I don't know. I Doom Guy is a great exterminator, but I got to give it to Harry Dubois.
Yes.
Just because it is so perfect for him to...
That's a bitterness pick.
I said it wasn't. It wasn't.
I really fully endorse it.
I want internal affairs to investigate Michael's choice.
Blasphemy. We're consummate professionals. No, I did. Like, I almost said no because the company events coordinator, though, but I think he fits so well with internal affairs that it works for me.
They're just going to grease his palm, man, and then he's going to take the money. He's not going to solve the case. That guy is not always on the up and up.
Nah, we're talking about liberated and reformed and refined Harry Dubois from the end of my playthrough.
All right.
Yeah.
My favorite part about this draft is that our Google Sheet now has such wide entries in these cells that I now have to maximize it, and it barely fits on my monitor. So Harry Dubois goes through as Internal Affairs Director / Company Events Coordinator. And now we are up to round 1, match 4. Claptrap as janitor versus Trevor Phillips as Waffle House abusive chef.
Come on, Trevor. He's perfect. He's perfect.
Oh my goodness.
Claptrap's talents are wasted on janitorial.
He has no skills.
He does.
They can't be wasted.
I'm going to make this one quick. All right. Claptrap is a phenomenal character, and Paul used him in the completely wrong usage.
So perfect usage.
Trevor Phillips is the perfect Waffle House chef employee. I don't know how many times y'all have been to Waffle Houses, but I've been to a lot in my day. And I would 100% expect to see Trevor Phillips in a Waffle House. So I'm giving it to Michael.
I 100% expect you to get food poisoning.
Yes, but you go to Waffle House knowing this. Who goes to Waffle House and thinks they're getting a good hearty meal? You know?
If you don't go to Waffle House and within the next 3 hours have to evacuate something from one of your orifices, you're doing it wrong. And Trevor, he's going to provide that for you.
He ain't washing his hands coming out of the bathroom.
I'm giving it to Michael solely for the fact that he nailed the character being in the right place. Paul, I love Claptrap, but you gave him the wrong job.
Thank you. I will give extra consideration to your next vote.
What skills exactly does Claptrap have that would serve well in the workforce?
Bart, his personality. That's why like I said, I had him as a bartender. That was the perfect spot for him. He's going to be talkative. He's going to listen to your problems. He's always going to have the solution. He's mobile, so he can serve drinks quickly. He's got a wheel. If he's a janitor, he's just going to leave a tire mark behind him everywhere he goes. That's not good at cleaning up.
All right. I disagree, but you are entitled to your opinion. All right. Round 1, match 5. Boy, I got to scroll over. I can't see all this. All right. Here we go.
Oh, no.
Glados as head of security versus Kratos as guidance counselor.
Kratos.
Oh boy, one of these seems very well suited for their job.
Kratos would be a horrible. I love Kratos, and I love Josh, and I love how Kratos looks like Josh, or Josh looks like Kratos. But I just don't see him being a guidance counselor. It's like, okay, here's a good comparison.
Way to label poor Kratos. Just because he can be aggressive and destructive doesn't mean that that's always what he's going to be. Have you seen the kindness with which he listens to Atreus, how he guides him? The part where he wants to put his hand on his back and give him love, but then he's like, no, I need to let you forge your own path.
Incapable.
I need to I need to let you forge your path. I need to let you make your own mistakes because that's part of growing up, because I care about you.
I hope he's not putting his hand on anybody's back in elementary school.
No, he's not. That's the whole point. He's very aware of people's personal bubbles.
I feel like he's about as successful as maybe Detective Kimball being a kindergarten teacher from Kindergarten Cop. there's a comparison.
Very successful movie.
Granted, at the end, he was a successful kindergarten teacher.
I mean, I know Paul's picking GLaDOS on this one.
So here's the thing.
I don't think there's an argument I can make to change Paul's mind on this.
All right, here's the thing. I love Kratos, and you just wasted all of his skills and put him in the exact opposite position that he would be suited for.
What? You guys shoot things down, and I don't hold it against you guys. Why am I the one that gets things held against me?
We said the gloves were coming off.
Oh yeah, we got to give this one to GLaDOS. She's gonna make it through. Although I don't see her winning everything overall, but she's gonna make it out of this round. All right, last matchup of round 1. This is where things tend to go a little bit quicker here. Link as a landscaper versus Micah Bell as head of HR/conflict resolution mediator.
This one's easy. Link is the best landscaper. That is the number one best fitting job for Link.
It's a little on the nose. That's all I'll say.
Okay.
It's up to Michael if he wants to credit accuracy or creativity.
If I had said Mario as a plumber, that would have been one thing. But relating Link to a landscaper was a stroke of genius, I must say.
I thought it was clever.
Yeah.
I did think it was clever. What's the other choice? I'm looking through here.
Micah Bell as head of HR.
Micah Bell, head of HR
this falls into my
conflict
Kratos
resolution
category.
mediator.
I think that Micah Bell is hilarious in that, but I don't see it. Like
You can't see him putting his spurs up on the desk, wearing his cowboy hat.
He's going to be a very successful, unsuccessful head of human resources because you can't kill people, and he's going to kill someone. We know he's going to do it, right?
All right, fair enough. No, I vote for Link. Link's the right.
All right.
I like
now
Link,
that's official, I will say that you would never have HR issues if Micah Bell was the head of HR at your company.
That was my only point. That was like when I was trying to be funny. It's just like he will literally resolve all conflict in the worst, most violent way possible.
Yeah, you wouldn't have HR issues, which is good, but you would have a lot of lawsuits, and unfortunately, Kim Kitsuragi is not there to help your company out because you voted him off.
Ooh,
it's true.
Touche.
All right. Well, shockingly, we all have 2 that made it into the second round. So even though Michael lost his first round, he's still got 2 still.
Pretty soon, I'm going to have none.
So here we go. In round 2, we're left with 6. We've got Sonic, Bowser, Harry Dubois, GLaDOS, Trevor Phillips, and Link. So starting off here, we have round 2, match 1, Sonic as DoorDash driver versus GLaDOS as head of security.
Oh, I feel like this is the final, man. This is round. Yeah, this is the start of round 2.
I got one question for you, Josh. Sonic can't be a DoorDash driver because they have very specific rules on their vehicles.
DoorDash
that
runner.
They approve.
Yeah, he's a DoorDash. Yeah. If you notice, I never called him a driver. I just said he's a DoorDasher.
Just what Paul put
driver in there.
DoorDasher.
Okay.
There you go. That's better.
Exactly.
All right, we'll
Still, though, DoorDash does
doc.
have requirements, though, don't they, on their vehicles? No. You know, it's got to be.
Nope.
They do.
No, they don't.
They do.
They just want you to. Hey, where I work, we get DoorDash every single day. I am very familiar, and I can tell you that the requirements to be a DoorDash driver are very minimal.
It's not like Uber or Lyft where they actually care.
I would love to have Sonic be my DoorDasher and get our food quickly while it's still hot and fresh.
Yeah, I know that as a group, we don't use DoorDash terribly often as individuals, but have you guys ever ordered DoorDash and watched? And I've seen DoorDash drivers go into neighborhoods nowhere near the restaurant, nowhere near me, and just hang out for 15 minutes while they have my food, and then they just show up later. And I was like, did they just like swing by and talk to one of their friends? Because DoorDash will tell you if they're doing another order. It'll say they're doing another order, and then they'll be on their way shortly. It just says they're on their way, and they're just hanging out with buddies, and it drives me wild.
You know who doesn't
I
do
wonder
that?
if maybe Sonic, right?
He's
I wonder if maybe they... I don't know if he is great because he can't do like a bulk order. There's no way.
Yes,
he's not going to do like a big order. No, because he's spinning around. That's what makes him so fast.
He's running. Have you not seen the Sonic movies? He doesn't roll.
He doesn't have to do bulk. He's that fast.
But it's not a movie, though. It's a video game. In the video games, he rolls. He doesn't walk around.
He runs in the video games, too. He's not 100%. He's not like a roly-poly where he can't just run upright.
So roly-poly. Still, though, GLaDOS. GLaDOS is going to be the best home security you can get. I mean, sure, she might play some jokes on you, but she's funny. You're going to be
what
safe.
Room
which
is she going to be
that's
in?
the best thing.
Like, how big of is your room that you're going to keep GLaDOS in?
She's
in your
more
house?
of an AI,
and
isn't
also,
she? She's more of an AI.
she's a physical entity.
Well, then she'll be a physical entity in my living room.
Until she's in a potato, but you know.
It's got a very high 16.
Also, GLaDOS
ceiling.
is very likely to just murder you as much as report somebody in your yard.
That's only if she goes wrong.
Sonic is going to get you your food hot, fresh, and with a smile.
It's very true. I think GLaDOS is a great pick as head of security, but I like Sonic as DoorDasher more.
Boo.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm out.
Giving it to Sonic.
Yeah.
All right, round 2, match 2. Bowser as insert whatever title you prefer here.
Project manager if you want to win, Paul.
Wait,
Bowser as project manager versus Trevor Phillips as your in his underwear, dirty, unwashed, Waffle House abusive chef.
I don't even have an argument here because I don't know how Bowser as an overseer made it past Kim Kitsuragi as a lawyer, which was like probably my pick to go all the way to the end. I don't even have an argument.
Look, here's the thing. We said
have fun with your office building full of fire, Paul. Have fun.
The title of this draft is Best Characters to Hire. Trevor is not a best character to hire. Bowser in this case is, because of his skill set. Trevor has no skill set in regards to being a chef or running a Waffle House. He would be a terrible person to hire.
No, but you forget one thing. Best character to hire. Look at the candidate pool for Waffle House chef. He might be the best you can hire. I've done it.
That's a good point, Michael. Paul was running away with this, and then you did.
No Waffle House chef is anywhere near Trevor Phillips. That's preposterous to even imply.
I'm going to give it to Paul. I
hate you all.
Michael, I want to give you bonus points because that is why I voted for that last round. It is a very clever tie-in, but I do kind of get what Paul's saying with Bowser. I do think Bowser would get it done. He might smash you flat. And, well, don't worry. I'm going to use the lava argument in the final round for sure.
Should have used it in the last round against Kim Kitsuragi. Kim Kitsuragi. That's a hard name anyways, right?
That is.
It is, yeah.
All right. I'm out of this draft. You guys keep going. I'm just going to sit here and pick based on vindication and anger.
Oh, Michael's been eliminated. I'm sorry, Michael.
Two words.
Right. Michael, I'll tell you what. I'll lend you Link, and so you can argue for Link.
I don't want Link. No.
Michael doesn't want no charity. Wait, what? Charity case.
You knocked out my number one for Bowser.
I mean,
who's not going to make it.
It was a good pick.
On,
I even gave you two famous lawyers. Two.
Michael, you're going to be able to get revenge next round, okay? Bowser is your friend.
Don't buy into Paul's psychological tempting.
All right, here we go. Round 2, final matchup. Harry Dubois as Internal Affairs Director / Company Events Coordinator versus Link as Landscaper.
I can't help it. Can we get rid of Harry Dubois so Paul doesn't have to say it every single time?
How dare you, sir?
Paul,
I feel like if a Disco Elysium character gets out of this, that I feel like I've won with Kim Kitsuragi. But that's not how I'm voting necessarily. Yeah.
Yeah.
Arguments, guys.
I mean,
what we got?
I'm going to go back to the fact that I'm hiring the proper person for the proper job. Link is going to show up on time with a smile, dressed well, do a phenomenal job landscaping. You might even find some rupees in your yard. So, it's like you make money off of his services at that point. There is a good chance.
He's going to keep the rupees.
Well, you don't know that.
Yeah.
Link's an honest guy, man. He is not a criminal. He does not steal. If the rupees are in your yard, I feel like Link would be like, hey, I found this while I was chopping this patch of grass. He's going to actually show up and do a good job. Link is the person that I would actually want to hire. Harry Dubois, while creative, I would never hire to work at my company.
Steve Jobs, right? Genius, little bit of a wacko. Harry Dubois, same thing. You want the crazy geniuses running your company with you because they get those moments of inspiration. They're going to rise you to another level. Can Link be a landscaper? Sure. He's going to swing a sword at some bushes and they're going to fall over. But Harry is going to solve every case. And Michael, do you really want to reward the main character of Breath of the Wild, which you think is wildly overrated?
He took my decision right out of my mouth. Actually, I was going to say let's just cut this part out because it was actually clever. Now I want to vote against Paul for taking my argument. Let's say just like Breath of the Wild being overrated, Link is an overrated landscaper. I'm going with Harry DeBach because he's brilliant.
Man,
Harry.
Man.
Guys, how did I end up with 2 in the finals? I've still got Bowser and Harry in this.
Bowser's not making it because I hate him for knocking out Kim.
All right,
and Trevor. He knocked out Bowser? Come on. 2 really good, clever ideas. Bowser's going to make buildings.
So are you just eliminating Bowser instantly, Michael? From the finals, because that's
Sonic is way better. Yeah, so
Harry's better than Bowser. All right, so Bowser we will say is the bronze winner.
Yep.
We can just eliminate.
He shouldn't even gotten
here.
that far.
He was my 4th round pick. It's pretty rare to have a 4th rounder make it to the finals.
Hey man, that just goes to show that any pick can make it far.
It's true. All right, so Bowser is our bronze medal winner, and now in the finals, Sonic as DoorDasher versus Harry Dubois as Internal Affairs Director / Company Events Coordinator.
Right,
Josh, name one famous DoorDash driver.
Sonic. He's the best there is.
I can't stop.
All right, I'm gonna head this off right now. Harry Dubois is a creative pick.
Genius.
You did
attractive man.
You did well in finding a well-known character that is fleshed out with personality and tried to somehow fit a round peg into a square hole. And I commend you for that, Paul. Mm-hmm. But Harry, in the nature of this draft, is a terrible choice for any company to hire. He's going to do drugs, alcohol, he's going to be a bad influence, and while he may be a good detective, if you have played Disco Elysium, you see the wake of just chaos that he leaves in his wake, and no rightful-minded person would want that in their company. Sonic, on the other hand, was made for being a DoorDasher. It is literally what he does best. He is a pleasant character, he is reliable, he is fast, he cares about things and people. He's going to do the job far superior than anything else could, whereas Harry Dubois is going to be terrible.
All right, so counter argument. All right, Sonic is a teenager. He's not going to stick around very long. Teens don't stick in jobs long term.
Harry's going to die.
They like to hop around.
He's going to have a heart attack.
Harry has worked for his police department for 20 years. He was a double E freighter lieutenant.
He dies in the first 3 minutes of Disco Elysium.
False. I passed that check, Josh. He grabbed his tie. No problem. All right. Harry is more loyal. He has proven to stay long-term in a job. If you're going to hire someone, the worst thing that you can do is hire someone that you have to train, and then they quit on you, and now you have to replace them. It's wasted money. It's a waste of your time. Harry is going to stick around long-term.
It's his natural ability.
Harry will work for you until he dies.
Yes, which is like 3 minutes.
Or 15 years. We don't know. I think he's only supposed to be like 50 years old. He's got some mileage left.
I don't know about that.
Let's see. Do I vote with Paul, who I like right now, or Josh, who I don't? This is going to be hard.
I feel like Michael's integrity is actually going to come through despite everything else on this, and he's going to give it to who should actually win this draft.
Don't you try to butter me up.
I'm just saying, Michael.
This is tough, but man, because I love Harry as Internal Affairs.
I love
Which
Harry,
is why you're going to vote for him.
But I think that overall, with just the spirit of, like, maybe it's just because I'm hungry right now, because I am kind of hungry.
How nice would it be if you could get your food like within 3 minutes?
Who really, really impacts their industry the most? Sonic as a DoorDash driver? It's incredible. It's perfect. I don't want to do it, but I'm going with Sonic.
One last counter argument.
No, the decision
Does DoorDash hire DoorDashers? I think it's more anyone can be an independent contractor. I don't know that they're really hired.
What a stretch. Listen to Paul.
Look who's the lawyer now.
Drowning.
Kim Kitsuragi over here finding the loopholes.
Oh man!
Right.
Well, hey guys, go follow us at Multiplayer Pod anywhere and argue with us as much as you want, because I'm still arguing with both Paul and Josh in my head, possibly myself as well.
All right, so we're giving this to Sonic.
Yeah, You got to admit, that's the best choice.
It's so perfect. It really is perfect. I hate it because I don't want to reward this one over here.
You are
with his
a man.
Beard.
You are a man of integrity, Michael.
If this was best characters to hire in the late 80s, like during Wolf of Wall Street times, would Harry have had a better chance?
Oh no, Trevor Phillips as Waffle House. Probably still gonna. Where's the creativity bonus there?
I gave it to you. He made it to the second round.
Trevor made it to the final 6.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I have an incident right now where I have a lawyer, and I would love to have Kim Kitsuragi as my lawyer, period. And I've got a good lawyer.
I love Claptrap as a character, so to put Trevor Phillips as Waffle House chef over Claptrap was a nod to your creativity on that one, Michael.
Or was it an unnod to Paul's increativity?
I mean, Paul really missed the mark with Claptrap on that one, too. So,
how dare you, Paul? All right. Well, we've got another draft in the books. Finally, Josh wins one after his long cold streak. We will crown Sonic as the winner. Josh, you get to rule the day.
Yes.
And Michael and I will go home in tears. And I think this one is just about all wrapped up. So, we appreciate everyone for listening. As a reminder, please check out our Patreon page at multiplayersquad.com. Michael already gave you the social handle at multiplayerpod. You can find us on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram. And then we will be back with a Twig episode where we covered This Week in Gaming on Thursday. We hope you guys will all join us then, and we will see you on Thursday. Happy gaming, everybody.
Did you guys know that my odds of winning these tournaments is always much better statistically if I make it to the final round than when I don't?
Oh, that might be true. That might be true.
That's some solid math right there, Michael.
I'll see you guys. Thank you. I'll miss you until I see you again.
All right. See you, everybody.